Escape Across the Border, Bernardo Roico. Crossing borders from your country to another country should be processed legally. At first thought, we understand that traveling would only be the meaning of crossing the borders of a nation's territory. We forget that there are also instances we have read on the news, or being portrayed in the film, how people escape from their own country. The only way to do it is to secretly go across the border of their country. As defined in most books, border means a real or artificial line that separates geographic areas, and it is considered political boundaries. The government of a region can only create and enforce laws within its borders. Decision-making on placing boundaries usually anchored to an international agreement. Thus, every national border has its own strategy and placement of military protection against terrorist attacks and spies from an opposing nation. On the other hand, some reasons for crossing the border have a different story. Let us take in the escaping experience from Bernardo Roico's Escape Across the Border, A Search for a Better Life. It is a story about a young couple's escape into Austria to find freedom from the tyrannical, communistic government that took over Yugoslavia after World War II. Their desperate struggle to survive, their attempt to cross the border, and their struggle to find a better life in Canada were real nerve-wracking. In order to cross the border, they walked for 3 days with very little water and no food. They made a miraculous crossing of a very heavily patrolled bridge several miles from the border. This is a true story of Nadia's and Rudy's life in Yugoslavia, their desperate and miraculous escape into Austria, where they were interned in a refugee camp for 14 months, and their final release to Canada, where they continued their quest for a better life. Can you imagine being in the same situation with this couple? Their grit and perseverance to survive were indeed admirable and inspiring at the same time. Learn more about how Nadia and Rudy take on the journey of escaping their government to find a better and peaceful life in another country. Read Bernardo Roico's Escape Across the Border, A Search for a Better Life. Available on Amazon.